Well, happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving, I guess. So, as all of you may already know from my social media, I am a bookworm. But it has come to my attention I haven't done any video regarding books in my channel. So today is the day I changed that. While I was searching for what should I do for this video, I came across a book tag created by Ariel Bisset called The End of the Year Book Tag. The purpose of this tag is to answer some questions about your reading goals in these last 4 months left of the year, counting October, of course. So I guess that's what we're going to do today. I'll follow her 2025 questions and probably rant about books. So grab a snack, pick a comfy chair, and let's begin with the book tag. Number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? As a matter of fact, I kinda do. I've started reading Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott, which I think most of us know what it's about, a true fall-winter classic, alongside my friend Val. However, I put it on hold for the meantime, and it's been like that since July. I know, I'm not proud. So because I'm a woman of my word, I decided I need to finish this book by the end of 2025, at the very least. Well, if you're watching this, 1,000 apologies about that. Number 2. Do you have an autumnal? Okay. Number 2. Do you have a fall book to transition into the end of the year? I had to ponder over this one because I'm usually a very random reader. Sometimes I'm reading fantasy, other times I'm a sucker for romance. Then, out of nowhere, I'm reading a non-fiction book about Formula One or history for some reason. But to start off one of my favorite seasons of the year, I've chosen the first book in the Fairy Oak trilogy by Elisabetta Noe called The Twins' Secret. This is a young adult whimsical fantasy in which we follow the adolescent twins Vanilla and Lavender Periwinkle and their growth as witches, all from the perspective of their assigned fairy nanny, Telly. Each character is actually named by a flower, and I found that so very endearing. And all the books are illustrated in certain chapters, and even the chapter headings are illustrated. So it's just the perfect book for fall. Number 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Okay, for this one I chose All You Need Is Gloves by Kanitha P. I came across this book out of nowhere, I think on social media, and it's expected by October 28th, and I'm really excited to read it on the winter time. It's about a secret relationship romance novel about snowboarding and I think skiing. I don't know, but it's giving Cloud9 and I'm loving it. This is the synopsis. I actually don't have much to say because I have never read any books from the author, so this will probably be the first time, but I just have to wait. Also, can we appreciate the cover? It's so pretty! Number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay. Here I'll cheat a little, but the 3 books I want to read before the end of the year are, first and foremost, Love Theoretical by Ali Hazelwood. Wow, how weird! She's going to read something about Ali Hazelwood? That's so weird. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure it can be considered a rom-com, and the synopsis is about a character named Elsie, which is a theoretical physicist who has a double life. So some days she's an adjunct professor, and other days she is a fake girlfriend. But her business gets turned into a much more complicated job when her favorite client's older brother Jack turns out to be an experimental physicist and probably her demise. I know, but I love everything Ali writes. And I have already listened to the audiobook of Two Can Play, if I'm not wrong, and I love the audiobook, and I already read The Love Hypothesis, and I loved Love on the Brain. And I am currently reading Head Over Heels, and I also have in my bookshelf Bride, and yes, I adore everything that woman writes, okay guys? It's nothing weird here, okay? You know what you're expecting. So I'll be reading this one. It's a given. The second book would be Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funke, which is the novelization of the movie with the same name, by the way. So for those who don't know about the movie, it's a dark fantasy set in post-Civil War Spain, in which we follow Ophelia after moving with her mother to like her really cruel stepfather's place, where she begins this set of trials to reveal if she's a lost princess from an underground kingdom. I know, that's a lot to take in. I would say this story is not sunshines and rainbows. I like that the movie portrayed the Fae with a moral ambiguity, but this is such a crude movie. The ending had me shocked, bamboozled. I think I almost cried. I have to read between lines to fully understand the themes because there's so many layers to this movie. I'm really excited to read the novel. Plus, it's illustrated. And now, for my wild card, my cheat code. I want to read this year City of Shadows by Cia Varda. And for those wondering, it's a long fan fiction. Okay, this is a rewrite of the first book in the Shadowhunters saga, which is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. But in this case, we have a role reversal, which is not one of my favorite tags, really. But in this case, Simon Lewis exchanges places with like Clary Frey. So Simon is no longer a Lewis, but a Frey. So we just follow Cia Varda's AU and how it deviates from the book. And I love it. I started reading it because this is very long. I don't know if it's like 90,000 words or like 120,000 words. I don't remember very well right now. And it's amazing. I haven't even noticed when I was already really far ahead, like almost like in the 50% of the book. It's 10 times better than City of Bones. I'm genuine, guys. This is so much better. And okay, I may be exposing myself here, but yes, it is Diamond Endgame. We listen and we don't judge. Number 5. What trends have you noticed in your reading this year? Lady Nights. Lady Nights everywhere. This year, there has been tons of books in which the main character is a lady knight, and I love it. If I'm not wrong, we've got The Second Death of Locked by Vivia Vovalino, which I gotta be honest, I was too late to get an advanced copy in NetGalley and I almost cried about that. We have The Princess Knight by Kate Jacobs, which is a retelling of Legally Blonde but with knights, and I'm really excited to read that. We have The Night and the Month by Rachel Gilly. That one is very popular right now. And then we have one called The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tesha Suri, I didn't know about. And so many more, I'm pretty sure, all out this 2025. I've been loving this trend. So this could be said like it's the medieval renaissance in the book industry. Okay, brackets. The last 2 questions go hand in hand, so I'll answer both, which are number 6, how do you feel about your reading goals? And number 7, have you already started making reading plans for the next year? Okay, I am not very strict when it comes to reading, as you may all have noticed. I've completely ignored my Goodreads reading goal a while back already, and I'm not gonna look back at it. And I know I'm overall a mood reader at heart. I read what I want, and I don't have a plan for it. I think this is the only time in my life where I have no plan, truly. In other words, I don't have a reading goal this year, apart from reading my physical TBR. And for next year, I'm pretty sure I'll be the same. There was a time in which I tried to read every single book I found and looked at my readings as data, as literal units of measurement on how good a reader I was. But as you may already guessed it didn't bring me joy at all. In fact, I was constantly stressed out about it because I felt like I was behind schedule. I like reading because it's my hobby. And it doesn't matter if I read 1 book and 10 fanfics in a single month and the next 5 books. And yes, I say that because it has happened already. In short, my reading plan for next year are just read what makes me happy. No need to rush. And we are finished! Yay! I hope this was fun. I wanted to do a lighter video for this season. I'm already in the chilly and fall mood, watching tons of spooky movies, and also trying to get as much sun as possible before Canada ends up looking like the North Pole. Let me know if you want more book tags or if you have any book plans this season. I'll check your comments out. Anyways, thanks for watching.